Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, where we finished investigating the fountain room, and then that probably means we're going to have to go argue with people, or it'll just say to be continued in 1 second, but we'll just continue after that.
Let's read this
Sorry.
one again.
And that's that. All that's left now is to await the results of the test in the teapot.
And the stuff Gumshoe is doing in there. Yes, to be continued in 1 second. We could have went for another second, but I do not mind.
The episode was too long. We had to cut it then and there. Nope.
Judy Bound's testimony part 1. That means there's got to be a part 2.
Fuck.
April 2nd,
sucks.
2:33 p.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room.
Test results have just come in, sir. Traces of ubiquium were found in the teapot. They were?
Just like Mr. Edgeworth said.
Nephew, you better not think that means you beat me.
You really need to drop this obsession with coming in first, Mr. Winner. We're all on the same side here, remember? We're all trying to get the truth.
Best is best. Everybody knows it's better to be a winner than a loser. You're not first or last.
That's really no way for a prosecutor to think. Not a successful one, anyway.
Bye-bye. Mommy says I do good.
Enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Please refrain from taunting the boy.
It's not nice to be rude to the mentally ill.
Yes. He isn't worthy of your attention.
But give out. Oh, all right.
Why don't I take care of things here for now? In the meantime, you can perform the far more important task of going and checking on the victim.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I'll be right back.
Excellent. We shall see you shortly then.
Mr. Winner's annoying. But totally harmless. Judge Gavel, on the other hand.
Now. Miss Bound, perhaps you could explain why traces of ubiquium were found in your teapot. I had no idea there was anything like that in there. Perhaps it's one of the ingredients in the dishwashing soap I use. So you're telling the court that you did not intentionally put ubiquium in the teapot? Yes, exactly. Why would I? Until today, I had no idea that it could be used to make poison gas.
Objection!
You're a trained actress, are you not, Miss Bound? I'd have thought you would be a more convincing liar.
What do you mean?
You have access to the Ultimate Cookbook, correct? A book that just so happens to contain instructions
How
on
to make
create the poison gas
methamphetamines.
used in the attack. Meaning, it's perfectly possible for you to know exactly how to make it.
On the anarchist cookbook, you know how to make poison gas.
You're very well informed, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Bound, is what Mr. Edgeworth said true? The book does contain information on how to make the poison gas, yes. But the fact that I have seen it doesn't make me guilty. Can I ask exactly how the gas was triggered? The victim used a blowtorch to heat the lid of one of the display cases, thereby melting the ubiquium. I see. But he locked himself in the room too, didn't he? Surely that and the fact that he triggered it himself. Wouldn't it point out to being a Radical 6 attempt?
She's not willing to admit to anything.
Furthermore, where would I have gotten hold of the Infesticide Ultra?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps you stole it.
You know, I did bump into Moody Judy a week or so ago. That very evening, I noticed my Infesticide Ultra had gone missing. Judy, surely you didn't.
Delicia, you carry your bag of pharmaceuticals with you everywhere, don't you? There would have been any number of opportunities for someone other than myself to steal it from you.
That's true. And I don't have any hard evidence that it definitely was Miss Bound who stole it.
Dudes, there's clearly something you're not telling us. Why don't you just come clean? We all know you'd never hurt somebody for no reason, so...
You think I'm guilty as well, Mr. Fender?
Can you blame me? We've got one wing disguised as another. A gas trap in one of the display cases. And you're the proprietor of the establishment. It's looking a lot like you did it, kiddo.
Got this all wrong. You have to remember, the gallery doesn't have any security cameras, nor any security personnel. If some ill-intentioned person or other wanted to get in undetected, I don't think they would have much of a problem.
Like Larry just walking in without paying.
Wow,
Yes,
you're
exactly.
practically asking to be burglarized.
I'll be back.
You need to be more careful. A great thief could have a field day in here.
And I don't think she's joking.
And actually, it seems that Mr. Gusto did in fact enter the gallery before it opened.
Sheesh. Judy's one tough cookie. She's not budging an inch. Maybe it's time to rock a little technique Gregory taught me back in the day.
And what technique might that be?
Pocket sand.
So hear me out. Everything's connected to what happened 18 years back, yeah? Since we're not getting anywhere by focusing only on the here and now, maybe we ought to approach this from a different angle and look to the past for clues instead.
A turnabout in thinking. So my father used this method as well.
Alright, let's run this through the old Thinkatron. How was Jude's involved in what happened back then?
According to Miss Bound, it was because that Mr. Frost was flavored ice sculptures melted. And yet, his sculptures are here on display at this very gallery today. Is it possible that she... Thank you, Fender. I think I know what I need to ask Miss Bound now.
Don't thank me, thank your pops. Now, take it away, Milesy. I'll grab the popcorn.
Miss Bound. You say that you were the one who caused Miss Frost's creations to melt 18 years ago, correct?
I'm afraid so. I was young and foolish, and it was a terrible accident.
And yet what you did allowed you to open this exhibit, no?
What do you mean? Yes, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If you're going to ask such questions, perhaps a formal testimony from Miss Bound may be best.
Yes, perhaps it might. I'd like to know a little more about Zodiacal. And about why Miss Bound decided to dedicate this space to Miss Frost's works.
Very well. If you believe it to be relevant to the case, I will allow it. Miss Bound, would you mind? Not at all. I'll do whatever it takes to prove that I'm innocent.
Even kill.
Then please, if you can give us some background on Zodiac Hall and the pieces on display here.
Zodiac Hall.
It took 18 years, but at long last I was finally able to buy Samson's home back a little while ago. But a place like this is expensive to maintain, so I decided to turn it into an art gallery. To that end, I collected as many Paul Halik pieces as I could from around the world. Because, if I'm honest, it's always been something of a dream of mine to open a space dedicated to his work. Thank you for your testimony, Miss Bound. How wonderful it is that you're able to fulfill your dream. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, everything seems entirely above board to me.
Judge Cavell, that was simply the witness's preliminary statement. As you surely know, the value of their testimony cannot be evaluated with due cross-examination.
Without, sorry. Spoken like a true attorney. Very well. You may do what you must.
Zodiac call. Should I just press stuff, or did something jump out at somebody?
Flip through them.
Certainly.
Expensive maintain. Okay. This one sounds interesting.
So go press the other one.
Yeah. Collecting all the pieces. Hold it!
All Halik. That was Mr. Frost's pseudonym, correct?
Yes, he adopted it while he was working as a sculptor in France.
I see. I'm curious about some of the pieces in your collection. More specifically, how you were able to acquire the Taurus and Gemini sculptures. It was my understanding that Mr. Frost died before he could complete them.
Yes, I was able to create replicas from the Winter Wing based on the photos of the sculptures he made.
Really? Perhaps you can go into some more detail.
Okay, is that after this replicas based on photos? Does that tell us anything? Can we, I guess, press it?
Or what do we have about the Gemini case?
About the Gemini case?
Yes, the Gemini statue case. Is there a thing on it? Do we got like, any of these reports that we have anything to do with the cases?
Gemini
it's Gemini
case.
case. There we go. That thing with blood in it and stuff.
So did you replicate the blood?
Mm-hmm.
And also with the salt, like you just knew what it was made out of? Can't tell that from a picture?
Why is this statue different from how the others?
I'm afraid you've run out of road, Miss Bow. You can lie all you like, but you simply can't deny the results of the tests conducted on the sculpture's remains. And those tests leave no room for ambiguity. What you had on display weren't replicas. They were the very statues Mr. Frost carved 18 years ago.
Oh, I could probably help explain how they worked it out if you like, dear. It's the sugar, you see. You might think sugar is sugar, but the composition is actually very unique. I could probably recreate the statues, but the sweet secret of their chemical makeup, no chance.
Thank you, Miss Cone. Don't recall asking for her, but still.
I recall asking you a goddamn thing.
Quick, tap dance.
Nervous tap dancing.
To put it simply, the statues didn't disappear back then because they melted. They disappeared because you spirited them away and kept them hidden for those 18 long years.
I'm gonna steal these. They are mine now.
What? She kept a pair of flavored ice sculptures around somewhere for all that time? It's not the most out there idea in the world, assuming you had a big enough ice box.
Quiet, all of you. Miss Bound, have you anything to say on your defense? So, you've already learned that much. Should I take it that you mean to admit to having hidden the flavored ice sculptures in question? No, I admit to no such thing. You haven't proven that I was the one who took those statues away. And you won't. Because it would have been impossible for me to do so in the first place. The police were already here when they disappeared. How could I have done it without them noticing?
How indeed. I don't yet know exactly how you did it. But I'm far from ready to say that it was impossible for you to have stolen it away.
You're a very persistent man, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I am indeed. And I won't stop until I get the truth.
I see. I better tell you exactly what I did that day 18 years ago.
Meanwhile, Eustace is just lost.
Yeah, he was sent.
Mommy, where am I?
What I
Stuck in a
did.
closet, can't find his way out. Poison gas goes off.
Ties of asphyxiation. Finally, he's out of our hair. The whole time before judging began, I was waiting upstairs in our living area on standby. During the judging, I had to go change the camera's film cartridge for Samson. Shit. But before I could take the camera back to Samson, I discovered Mr. Frost's body. Later, around when your father arrived, I began making the rounds and served tea to everybody present.
Oh yeah, back when she served the tea, the coasters were cold. So maybe
Because she had used it to wheel away and stole the sculptures already.
She had a big ice sculpture that was with a cloth over it, and that was the table. That's why it was cold.
It was
Maybe.
just, yes, it was just the thing laying on its side. Of course.
Just a theory, though.
It's definitely that.
It makes sense to me.
That was when I saw Mr. Gusto entering Mr. Frost's room. And those were my movements on the day that it all happened. I hardly see how you can take issue with any of that.
That's for us to decide, Miss Bound.
Are you saying there's a contradiction in her story, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm more focused on proving the fact that she did indeed steal those statues. The question is, where would she have the opportunity to do so? If I can pinpoint that, I might be able to prove that where exactly she got out to.
Let's definitely press that last, or the fourth, or whatever it was.
Whichever one it was.
That one's sus. Keep my father's name out of your mouth. Oh, hold it!
Just as you did today.
Yes, I went around and offered everybody working on the investigation a cup of tea.
Present company included. I remember it well. You were here, there, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere with that little cart of yours.
Interesting. And did anything strike you as strange about that time?
Oh yeah, Gregory was singing the praises of Judy's tea, and I think he mentioned his saucer was cold.
His saucer was cold.
Dare you give my father the cold saucer?
Was this the moment when Miss Bound stole the sculptures?
This is
Yes.
it, Luigi.
This is it, Luigi. Just saved before, just in case.
Miss Bound, I believe this is when you stole the sculptures.
I hate to contradict you, but the fountain room was full of witnesses at that point, Mr. Fender included. Are you suggesting that I somehow got the sculptures out of Miss Frost's room, right under everyone's noses?
That is precisely what I'm suggesting.
Did it from hiding them there.
Hid them inside my father.
My father and Fender had no idea that one of the sculptures was mere inches away from them. Because it wasn't just the tea set you were pushing around, Miss Bound, but a hidden eye sculpture in a glass case.
Ah! Surely such a thing would have been impossible. How would a case of that size fit on a serving cart? It would have been spotted immediately.
Who said anything about a serving cart?
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you suggesting she used instead?
I'm suggesting that Miss Bound used this to transport the
The
sculptures.
lift cart.
Down.
Take that!
And this is...
The cart that Miss Bound used to move the flavored ice sculptures out of Mr. Frost's room 18 years ago. And it would appear that the very same cart is still here with us in the fountain room.
We originally brought it for use in the contest. And you're saying that Miss Bound loaded Mr. Frost's sculptures onto this cart and carried them off?
I am. As you can imagine, all one would need to do is lay the case on its side, add a tablecloth. And it'd look exactly like a normal serving cart, thus allowing her to move the sculptures around freely.
Can it be?
Ice cold, Judy.
Holy, of course. That's why those saucers were so chilly. They were sitting atop of a big block of ice. Dudes, how could you?
She is the Judas.
Impressive. Then again, you are Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's son. I should have expected no less. There isn't a scrap of evidence that I stole the sculptures all those years ago now. And yet, I knew that no matter what I said or did, I'd always be under a cloud of suspicion. So you admit it. You admit that you stole them from the Mr. Frost's room. Yes, I do. I took the sculptures and their glass cases out of that room 18 years ago. As Mr. Edgeworth correctly deduced, I dressed up the lift cart as a serving cart to do it. And slipped in and out of Mr. Frost's room while I was going around serving tea to everybody. In the end, I'd removed not only the sculptures, but the flavored ice zodiac blocks as well.
Zodiac blocks. I feel like I've seen them for myself before.
Yeah, those things.
There's a huge block of ice on display here. Must be incredibly heavy. Though, maybe not. What with it being hollow on the inside?
This child with horns that was there and just never showed up again.
Just a child with horns.
Just main character energy child who then
Yeah.
hasn't been relevant. It's like they have to show up at some point, right?
Yeah.
Have to come in and be like, no.
Mama, no.
Had a child. Father. No, he was left on the doorstep like me all those years ago.
If the winter ring really was an exact replica of Mr. Frost's room from 18 years ago, then even though my father never saw them because they'd already melted, the zodiac blocks must have been in the victim's room back then as well.
When I had finished moving the 2 ice sculptures and the 2 zodiac blocks out, I took 2 fresh, empty cases to Mr. Frost's room and then put them where the original 2 had been. Only the sculptures that had been in the glass cases, you see, to prevent them from being damaged. The blocks were a little more robust, so they had been displayed as is. As stated in the contest rules, they were responsible for providing all display materials, including cases.
Meaning it would have been easy for her to prepare those empty spares she swapped in.
Mr. Frost's room contained quite a few other flavored ice works in progress. I figured if I melted them down somehow, the resulting puddle would look like it came from the sculptures.
Just like, I just want to steal this shit.
Yeah. And that is how the sculptures from 18 years ago came to be in the Winter Wing today.
And I'll sell tickets to them.
I have to say, Mr. Edgeworth, that's quite the confession.
Indeed. And I think she offered it so willingly because she knows there's nothing we could do with it.
That's all I have to tell you. However, despite everything I've shared, you can't charge me with anything now, can you?
What? How do you
Statute
figure
of
that?
limitations is up. No.
Oh my. would have thought that you might know at least as much, given we are at a crime scene.
Just the plucky
I suggest you...
statues for dummies.
I suggest you memorize the various statutes of limitations outlined in this book.
It belongs to Winter.
Yeah. I was using this to train, you know. It's a refresher for Winter, that's all. Statutes of what? Statutes of limitations book jotted down in my organizer.
Just got like a bunch of piece of papers, just like words and notes in them. In that book.
Years from the date of the crime, separate time frames applied. So theft one is 7 years. Murder is 15 years. The statute
Only if they
suspended
flee to a foreign character or country. Yeah.
Yeah. Suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of their trial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if that helps us somehow.
His trial went on, put as an accomplice, and his trial went on for a full year, but it still would just make it be, oh yeah, it's 18 years ago, and then one for a year, that would just still be like 17 years ago. That probably doesn't exactly really help us. So it'd be 17 or 16 if you're being generous, but unless it being like right at Christmas and being between a new year, and no, it's technically a new calendar year. but no.
Simply put, Kay, prosecutors only have a certain amount of time within which they can put a suspect on trial for a given crime. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
I gotta explain this to Kay. So it's different for every crime. Murder, 15 years. Theft, 7 years. Ah!
Yes, Miss Bounds stole the ice sculptures 18 years ago. So it's too late to have her arrested for that crime.
I don't believe it.
Only admit to stealing things after 7 years. Then it's legally yours.
Yeah, apparently.
I guess. Theft is a serious matter, especially when it involves the removal of evidence from a crime scene.
I'll steal the Mona Lisa and just hide it for 7 years, and then just openly just be like, okay, can't charge you for this now.
However, as you yourself just pointed out, Miss Bound can no longer be prosecuted for her crime.
I think in that case, though, like, they could still take the Mona Lisa back from you and, like, give it back to who's supposed to have it. They just couldn't charge you with anything. Follow me, alright? Without
Make a
this
killer
law works.
YouTube video of it, how I stole the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Steal your ad revenue. Get
Yep.
some interviews.
Rendering your revelation rather pointless, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edward?
Or just somehow get this background for this thumbnail, then just replace that painting's face with Germa. No.
Place the other one with Squidward.
Yes.
That'd be one or the other. Which side of the room I want to show.
Alright.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. For you see, the theft of the ice sculptures isn't my principal interest here. I find the body that reappeared 18 years ago to be theft, to be of considerably more interest.
I wanted to keep his body as well.
Are you suggesting they also hid Mr. Frost's body?
I am indeed.
But how do you keep a body hidden for 18 years without anybody finding it?
By hiding it in a very unusual way.
Oh, now this is interesting.
Are you telling me that you know where the body has been all this time, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's no such big leap for you, if you think about what Miss Bound has told us already. Let's just say it wasn't just flavored ice that she removed from Mr. Frost's room back then.
Very well. If you are confident in this claim, let us put it to the test. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, where exactly was Mr. Frost's body hidden?
What that picture we have of the room.
Picture of the room.
Yes.
You need
Yeah,
this one?
look at it. Yes, let's look at it. got multiple or just one?
This is the only picture, I think.
Look at it again.
So this, but
Maybe it's just me, but doesn't,
If it's a luminous cloth just wrapped around his corpse and he's just frozen there next to the cherub.
yeah.
Or not cherub, but yeah, the guy with the harp. Just his corpse is just sitting there.
maybe, because I mean, this one's like got like hair.
Fish hair lady. Then they've got a luminous
Clearly
cloth that
hair
was
was.
there and then wasn't. So it's like that just looks like a cloth and not a sculpted cloth. And it's got the, the sensor thing plugged into that one and not the other.
Right,
So
so
where it's
something in
sensitive,
here
it
is
looks
being...
more bluish on the top of the hood. So yeah, I think that's the luminous cloth. So it just freaking turned him into living art. Dead art.
A photograph of Mr. Frost's works.
And of the victim's body, Your Honor.
You will have to forgive me, but I don't see what you mean. Where exactly in this photograph is Mr. Frost's body?
Victim's body is hiding right here.
Or something.
Here.
Right, I mean, that's what you told me.
The Gemini sculpture.
Yes, it may look like a sculpture at first glance. But it is, in fact, Mr. Frost's corpse.
Psychic damage.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
I don't see anything in the photograph to support such a wild claim.
That's because a certain piece of evidence was used to hide the body in plain sight.
And what piece of evidence might that be?
Luminous cloth.
Take that!
One of the cloths from the autumn wing.
Yes, when it was made to glow in just the right way. It was so visually convincing, you might mistake it for ice. Isn't that right, Miss Scone?
Well, yes, dear, but you can make it look like just about anything, really, even blazing fire. And that right shade of blue would make it look like ice. Yes, exactly like it, in fact.
Is it not the case that a certain special device is needed to generate those colors, though?
If you would care to take another look at the photograph of the winter wing, Your Honor. You'll notice that there's a small box connected to the bottom of the Gemini display case.
That's...
One of the very light-emitting devices in question. Detective Gumshoe even confirmed its presence. In fact, this particular device went missing 18 years ago. Back then, it was no doubt firmly connected to the cloth inside the display case. Which means Miss Bound had no choice but to take it with her when she removed the sculpture. So you see, this cloth and the light-emitting device were being used to create the illusion that Mr. Frost's body was, in fact, a statue carved from ice.
No. This can't be.
Wait, so you're telling me that when we took that photo of us in the winter wing?
Yes, we were standing right in front of the body.
But the body and the cloth were both recovered from the fountain. Why were they found in here if the body was supposed to be in the winter wing disguised as a sculpture?
Because there would have been no mystery as to how the body had been hidden if we found it as is. Miss Bound needed to remove Mr. Frost from the winter wing in order to throw us off the scent.
Ridiculous. I don't recall her sneaking around behind our backs to throw a body in the fountain.
That's exactly what she did. No.
No, and she didn't need to, because she had another method at her disposal. Her trustworthy lift card. The same card that had proved so useful in executing her original theft. I don't believe she wheeled the body into one of the other wings and floated it down the stream to the fountain.
Well, he believes, not that he doesn't believe. Sorry.
Yeah.
The frozen body, being quite soft, probably got stuck somewhere along the way. Which is why only the cloth appeared at first. The cloth of Miss Scone discovered.
And then, the body followed afterwards, once it had thawed and through. It's an ingenious theory, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fortunately,
But-
I'm stupid.
Can you prove that it was me? Seems a little unfair to expect me to accept your accusations without proof, don't you think?
What about an eyewitness? Do you think someone might have spotted her when she was moving the body?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Larry.
Mm-hmm.
She pushed the cart from the one room over to the other, and then comes out with just a
The push cart.
push cart. And he's like, hey, and she sprints away.
And the contradiction in the piece of evidence I was provided will shed light on how exactly Miss Bound moved the body as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any evidence to support your allegation?
Of course, I have a piece of very compelling proof that right here.
It's a hot picture of you drawn by Larry Stoneham.
Then please present it to the court. What evidence do you have that proves Miss Bound acted as you claim?
Look at this
Looks
photograph.
like we don't have anything else from
Look
Larry.
at this
is it.
photograph.
Yes. Shows you
Hopefully
pushing
it won't make
His
you laugh.
body's under there.
Take that!
More drawings. And is that me?
Yes, Mr. Butts drew sketches of people as they passed through the fountain room. But what I'm interested in is in the cart we can see here.
Miss Bound's serving cart. What about it?
You don't see it. She's using the same trick she used 18 years ago. Ergo, we know that Miss Bound was busy moving Mr. Frost's body when this picture was being drawn.
What?
Hold.
If I may, I don't see Mr. Frost's body anywhere in that sketch. All I see is a picture of me delivering chocolates to everyone.
Really? Then allow me to direct your attention to the color of the tablecloth, Miss Bound. I'd originally thought that Mr. Butts had made an error, but he assured me that it couldn't possibly be the case.
This tablecloth appears to be light blue.
Yes, a shade of tablecloth that Miss Bound doesn't seem to own. The cloth that only appears in light blue due to the body hiding just underneath.
But the shape of the card is perfectly rectangular, just as one would expect. Yeah. Surely it would have been immediately obvious if the tablecloth was being draped directly over the body.
Objection!
Not if the body had been placed inside one of the hollow zodiac blocks in the winter wing. Place one of these in the lift cart, it'd easily pass muster as a rectangular serving cart. Wouldn't you agree?
Goddess of Justice.
Miss Bound. Surely now you must admit that it was you who moved the body, just as you did 18 years ago.
I'm sitting here just sucking down lollipops as I just watch
And
the
she
show.
has to voice every single character in this trilogy.
This winner is just
Sucks.
friggin' chasing butterflies.
Choking on poison.
Catching frogs outside.
There's a what on my hand now.
I look distinguished with these warts. I'm the smartest.
Good for him. Didn't expect you to deduce all that from a single simple sketch.
My sketch is
Sketch
very
alone.
good.
That sketch alone isn't really enough to prove me a theory, is it?
You needn't worry on that front. My case doesn't rest solely on Mr. Butt's artwork. Once you had disposed of the body, your serving cart became a simple lift cart once more. Which is exactly what we discovered here in the fountain room. And without a serving cart, you had to find some place to put your chocolates.
My chocolates? The ones that I was handing out?
As we saw in the sketch, you had originally placed them on top of your cart. But the chocolates you gave us came from your pocket.
Oh yeah, mine was half melted. It was still super sweet and tasty, though.
Why would you suddenly feel the need to put the chocolates in your pocket, Miss Beth?
I...
It was because you no longer had a serving cart to put them on. That's why.
You should have put them on your tea cart, lady.
Yeah. One moment, please. You have explained that Miss Bound did with the chocolates and the lift cart. But what about the tablecloth? Where did it go?
Indeed. Attaching the chocolates in her pocket was the only solution she could think of. I doubt Miss Bound had the time to dispose of an entire tablecloth.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an answer for me?
Miss Bound didn't hide or dispose of the tablecloth, Your Honor. In fact, it's right here in front of us.
He's wearing it.
Perhaps you would care to enlighten us. Where exactly is the tablecloth Miss Bound used to hide the body?
She's wearing it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
She's hiding it under her dress. Larry's like, oh, look. Get out of here.
Kill him.
On her person. It's the most dramatic answer, so it must be that one.
Miss Bound has a tablecloth on her person, and in very plain view, in fact.
Just wrapped around her
In
waist.
plain view. Yeah. No, surely you don't mean...
Miss Bound. It's the cloth around your waist, isn't it? And given that the Zodiac blocks weren't kept in glass cases, that cloth would have been in direct contact with the ice. All we need to do is to confirm my theory, is to test the cloth for traces of sugar used in Mr. Frost's work. The game is up, Miss Bound. It's time to come clean.
You won't need to test the tablecloth. Everything you said is true. I stole Delicia's infesticide ultra, and I moved Mr. Frost's body.
Single tear.
It was me. It was all me.
It's me all along.
Delicia, I'm so sorry.
Larry's like, I'm drawing this for later. Cross so beautifully.
He's really so excited about
They're
it.
all from behind. He's just drawing their backside. There.
Well, she's just like, oh.
Oh boy. Last week, I went to your bag and I took it. And then I put it in his pocket, hoping to make it look like he tried to do it himself. To do himself in. I also made sure to leave no fingerprints but yours, just in case the police suspected foul play.
To blame you.
Jody, you. Oh gosh. But Judes, why? Weren't we supposed to be on the same side, all fighting together to free Samson?
We were. Couldn't afford to get arrested. Not yet. Not until I'd finally proven that Samson was innocent. I always planned to give myself up at the end, I swear. I know it's easy to say that now, but
Why do it this way, though? It's not like you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fender. Of caused you so much trouble. I'm the guilty party all along, ever since that day 18 years ago. Are you trying to tell us that the true culprit in the IS-7 incident was you? I committed a terrible crime. I took those sculptures, and I stole them for purely selfish reasons. The moment Mr. Frost died, they became more than mere entries in a confectionery contest.
They were worth millions.
They became the final works of Samson's favorite artist. I couldn't allow them to just melt away, not before he came home. That meant I couldn't let anybody near them, not even the police. So I hid them. I knew it was wrong, but I just had to. I put them in the cold storage room for safekeeping. But what I had actually done was far worse than anything I could have possibly imagined. Because who would have thought that Mr. Frost's body itself was posing as one of the sculptures?
So she didn't know about the body when she stole the sculptures.
It's already disguised as a body.
Samson is a kind man, a saint. He could never kill anybody. Never. And yet, because of what I did, the police never found Mr. Frost's body. Samson was found guilty. After all he'd done for me, he was my family, the only family I'd ever had. He was the most important person in the entire world to me, and I...
Jules.
After his conviction, I was forced out of our home. I was finally able to return only a few days ago. And when I did, I went to the cold storage room to check up on the sculptures. And that's when I saw it. Mr. Frost's body. It had been there the whole time. Of course, by that point, the statute of limitations had expired. So, I did what I did today. So it was the only way I could think of to make things right.
It seems I've misunderstood her intentions. Everything she's done really has all been for Mr. Tangaroa's sake.
Hey, what are you thinking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something that's been puzzling me. Why did Miss Bound use poison gas? Why not a more reliable method? And why disguise it the autumn wing as the winter wing? The only reason I can think of is to confuse someone who was in here 18 years ago.
Yeah, I wonder what she had in mind.
And we got the guy who was confused.
If she was trying to prove that Mr. Tangaroa is innocent, Miss Bound's ultimate goal must be to
Find the true killer.
Yeah, because I mean, she says I got the original thing on display, and then
Then you
now
know you're
that the
somebody
body
who
was
hid a
disguised as-
body in there. Then it's like, oh shit,
I gotta go
gotta
there
go
and break into the case.
take the body.
Oh my god, it's Larry.
Larry did it while he was in middle school.
Find that true killer.
Could she have been trying to discover the identity of the true culprit? Miss Bound, your ultimate aim was to see Mr. Tangaroa cleared of all charges, correct? And to that end, you had to expose the real killer and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. Is my understanding of your intentions correct? Exhibiting the sculptures was sure to force the killer to return to the crime scene. After all, they were the only person apart from you who knew that the body was hidden in the icework.
So they would have freaked out thinking the body was about to be discovered and come running, yeah.
Exactly, but Miss Bound ran the risk that the killer might successfully cover their tracks this time. In the worst case scenario, they might have even had been able to remove Miss Frost's body from the scene. So how could she lure the killer into revealing themselves without putting vital evidence at risk.
Oh, I see where you're getting at. You're saying that's why the autumn wing was all winter wing.
I am. You were betting on one thing, Miss Bound, weren't you? That whoever opened the Pisces case you had so carefully disguised as the Gemini case would be the real perpetrator of the IS-7 incident.
What better way to catch them than freaking gassing them to death?
Yeah.
Cursive rock.
Return the slam.
I told you it was the Ark of the Covenant that opened up.
So you never open a Pharaoh's tomb. No.
But that would mean the real killer was...
Enough. Not another word. Do you realize the implications of what you're saying, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's our winner isn't back. It's like Gusto has executed him. Freaking just rises up like the Undertaker and just snaps the neck. His other lamb. Yep.
I stole this from a certain person I used to know. Think his name was Huck, I believe. Rest in peace, Wiener.
Nah, he learned it from Gumshoe back in the war. From Gunk.
They were all in it together.
Should have known.
Oh, wow. Are you prepared to stand behind the accusation you are clearly about to make?
Miss Bound set a trap for Mr. Frost's killer. Meaning that whoever found themselves caught in the trap is highly likely to be the guilty party. But I lack the evidence to support such an assertion.
You'd literally have to be like asleep at the wheel to not be able to put it together with him being literally like, who's the guy who triggered the trap? Just straight up, just like, we're giving you everything here.
It's literally Gusto.
It's literally, he's the one who did it, so I mean, why else would he randomly just go in and start trying to open a case and burn it open with a blowtorch?
You want it in there.
And they were working, and they had their falling out the day before the finale or whatever, so.
Yeah. The other guy betrayed him, so he's like, oh, you betrayed me, I'm making you into the sculpture, motherfucker.
I'll make you into the art.
Dang.
You don't want to help me finish this.
Tangeroa is gonna
I'll
freaking
just
eat you. Just eats his ice corpse. It's like, I wasn't able to taste salt, so I was able to just eat it. I got the grave tongue, so I just ate his corpse without knowing. It wasn't sweet. Wait a second.
Gusto's just sitting there laughing.
I bet it tasted salty. It's a body, you dumbass.
To accuse someone without any evidence is not to be done lightly. So,
Got a prion
Should I-
disease from eating the human meat, and that's why his hair turned white.
Yeah. But he would have had, like, death within, like, 3 years from that.
Candy kept him alive. Okay. Yes, make the accusation, of course.
We're doing it.
You are to prion disease, too.
my ultimate goal is to see the truth exposed. And to do that, I need to seize the moment. Yes, Judge
Seize
Cavell.
this Taurus by the horns.
I am prepared to stand behind my accusation. I know exactly who is to blame for the IS-7 incident.
Gusto, this badass beard. All beards are evil.
Mr. Gusto, the victim of the poison gas attack and is the perpetrator behind the IS-7 incident.
Gusty,
Should have let him die.
Mr. Gusto.
Miss Bound. As we have established, you knew that the opening of the gallery would lure in the real culprit. And you set up the poison gas trap in order to catch them Do you dispute the facts thus far?
You're a very impressive man, Mr. Edgeworth. Just like your father.
I gotta admit, it's pretty badass. Like, I'm gonna freaking war crime his ass, whoever it was. It's freaking poison gas guy. Just mustard gas. It's like, Jesus.
I bet you remember this from the
Goes
war
hard.
before they banned biochemical warfare.
Agent
Oh shit,
Orange.
not this. I remember biochemical warfare. This is awful.
Oh no, I remember biochemical warfare. Perfectly normal sentence. My one weakness, biochemical warfare. Lines that go
English.
hard.
Deadly chemical. That would kill me.
Anywho.
Cinema.
Yep. And of course, you're absolutely right.
And then perhaps you could tell us exactly what happened in your own words.
Of course, I have nothing to hide anymore. So I might as well tell you everything. As you said, I set a trap here in the gallery to try to catch Mr. Frost's killer. Before we opened, I made sure that the door to the autumn wing was the only one that was unlocked. When the opening time came, I went around to unlock the doors of the various rooms and found that the autumn wing had been locked from the inside. The killer is on the other side of the door. The thought, well, it frightened me.
And then she simply walked away, leaving him to fall victim to a poison gas trap.
When I heard that Mr. Vesto was being treated for gas inhalation, that's when I knew he was the murderer.
Yeah, so we can't get her on actually committing murder because she didn't kill anybody, but she did really try to.
Yeah.
Like, by golly, I gave it the good old college try.
I would have had it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Your stupid dog and his points-hilary.
Woof? Question mark?
What? Ruh-roh. Why no dog?
It's left for the police to find Mr. Frost's body, and then Samson would finally be proven innocent. At least that was my plan.
Judes, why didn't you tell me? You know I'm always here for you, right? Could have found another way. You didn't have to be like this.
Thank you, Mr. Fender. Been so kind to me all these years. But I'm the one who created this mess, so it was up to me to try to clean it up. I didn't care what it took, as long as I can get Samson out of that awful place.
Judy, Judy, Judy.
18 years ago, police managed to cover up the fact that Mr. Frost's body had gone missing. If I went to them now and said that I had reappeared, I was afraid they might have tried to cover things up again. So I worked to set off a very public incident here, gallery, in front of as many witnesses as possible.
Create a terrorist attack.
So sorry, Judy. You, Samson, Gregory, I let you all down.
Yes, Fender, it was all your fault.
Yes, it was. Him and that afro. Evil, I tell you.
Fender, this can't be easy for him.
Well, I'm the one who should be apologizing. Mr. Edwards, Mr. Fender, I hope one day you can forgive me. Whatever punishment I have to face, I'm ready to accept it. But please, let me ask one thing of you. It's that you simply must clear Samson's name.
The way the truth of these past 18 years had come to light was unexpected, to say the least. And yet, it had only set us down the path towards even more shocking end.
To be continued.
How long was that?
An hour.
Oh, then yeah, definitely stop there.
Yeah.
The next part should be the final.
The committee's view. Starts for
Dun,
voting. Everyone.
Council of Prosecutors.
If you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Adios.
Adios.
It's over.